So that's Das Root doing 10 ground and down from Big Face. I thought that was kind of appropriate because I didn't actually do a video for it because of everything that's been going on. But 2 days ago, on the 26th, was the 25th anniversary of Chernobyl. If you follow my Twitter account or you follow me on YouTube, you know that I've been favoriting some videos from YouTube and getting them out on Twitter. I think, you know, there's definitely parallels between Chernobyl and Fukushima. The parallels are that Fukushima is much, much, much worse. But, you know, we do have an example of how to deal with a type of, you know, reactor incident. And, you know, whatever you say about how the Russians handled the Chernobyl incident, by this point there was no more radiation coming out of the main reactor core, what was left of it. If you go and look at some, like, the heat infrared pictures and different things and the radiation readings, not only is there still radiation coming out, but it's increasing. Now they've detected radiation a mile, or a kilometer or half a kilometer away at the Fukushima 5 and 6 plants, in the foundations of the plants. You know, I don't. Oh my God, that the situation in Fukushima is beyond words. I think I've said just about everything that I can say about it. If you follow Infowars or Rents.com, you'll see that there's you know, Chris Busby is talking about the situation, and Arne Gunderson is also talking about it, and they're saying that there was a nuclear explosion, but it wasn't inside the reactor; it was in the fuel pool in reactor 3, and they're now registering plutonium and strontium and all these different radioactive chemicals in California. Idaho, in Illinois, Maine, Europe. I mean, seriously, people. The fish are fine to eat, but, you know, there's radiation warnings to don't eat the vegetables in Europe. You know, don't eat the leafy green vegetables, you know, lettuce and kale and things. Oh my God. So the next big topic for this video, I guess, is going to be the massive rash of storms. If you look at the warnings, go look at Drudge. I mean, seriously, go look at the top of his page. 250 dead in this last batch of storms. You know, look at the watches and warnings page that he's got listed up there. It's ridiculous. You know, half the country is under a watch or a warning for something. God help the people in the United States when the dollar crashes, you know, next week or in 2 weeks, because, you know, if you don't see it, it's here. It's here. China just announced that they're gonna get rid of or liquidate 2/3 of their dollar reserves. You know, that's $2 trillion that they're going to be dumping on the market. Japan has to dump their bonds because they have no other way to raise funds right now. You know, the entire Western world is going to be buried under this debt tsunami that is coming, and it's $3.6 trillion. You know, and if that's what they're admitting, you can bet that it's probably at least between 10 and 20 times greater than that. Because it's inevitable. They always underestimate. They always lie. It's just, Obama, just go home. Quit. I'm sick of bitching about you. You're a fucking waste of my time. Go home. Resign. Go take another vacation. Let somebody else do your job because you don't do it anyway. Syria is exploding on fire right now. They killed like 400 people over there in the last week and a half. Libya is not calming down. The Ivory Coast, I haven't even heard anything from the Ivory Coast because everything else has been going on. You know, it's ridiculous. At this point in time, there is no way that we will be able to continue under the dollar reserve system. You need to go and get gold and silver or some type of commodities. I just saw that copper was going $9,000 a ton. Yes, 9,000 plus a ton. So 2,000 pounds in a ton, that's $4.50 a pound. I mean, seriously, people, that's ridiculous. Ridiculous. You know, I mean, and copper's not even any kind of a precious metal. But, oh, isn't this interesting that we don't no longer have copper pennies? You know, now they're zinc and something, copper coated. I mean, it's not enough that they devalue the dollar. They devalue and debase every currency that is in existence. I mean, you know, up until 1964, well, what happened in 63? Oh, they shot Kennedy. And then they got rid of the silver standard. You know, they already got rid of the gold standard. My God, people. And Ben Bernanke just came out and did the first ever press conference from the Fed and announced that they're going to stop QE2. Yeah, buddy, thanks for telling us. No matter how much money you print, it's not going to save your asses. Max Kaiser, the Silver Liberation Army. Go, guys. Kill JP Morgan with a silver bullet. Right through their vampire werewolf heart. Those blood-sucking assholes have drained this country dry. They will get what they deserve. And if it's being hung from a street lamp, so be it. You guys deserve every lash and every stripe and every kick and every stomp that you're going to get on your way to a shallow grave in the ditch. It's inevitable. I mean, I should go and find this video and link it, but I remember seeing a video where they asked George Bush, what's going to happen if the people ever find out what they've done? And he said, they'll string us up by the lamppost. Well, yes. Yes, you're right. It's coming. It's coming. For you people that don't understand what time it is, you know, the time is now. The time is, you know, not, you know, next week or, you know, next month. The time is now. Get up and do something. If it's go to your next door neighbor and say, look, I want to talk to you about what's going on in the world because I don't know what your situation is and you don't know what my situation is, but hey, if the shit comes down, hey, maybe we can help each other out. You know, seriously. I mean, this is what the world is going to come to. You're not going to be able to rely on the government because there's not going to be a government. Mad Max. You know, go watch the Mad Max movies because that's what it is going to be. I just saw on the picture on Drudge is $6.69 a gallon for milk. For milk. Regardless of the fact that most of the milk right now probably has toxic or radioactive iodine in it, and probably has cesium and some other things. And besides the fact that it all has, you know, drug-resistant bacteria and viruses and other things, because it's almost all factory farmed. You know, regardless of that fact, you know, they're going to charge you $7 a gallon for milk. I mean, seriously, the time is now to just stop and say, no, I am no longer going to participate in your system. No. There were some predictions made, and I mentioned on my Twitter account in response to somebody's statements about some dates to watch. It's April 28th today. Um, Today was a date that was to be associated with Tambora. I forgot to go and check the active volcano websites to see if anything was going on, but I know there's earthquakes all along that line. Um, the the earthquake activity is going to be increasing this weekend. We are heading into a new moon, and isn't this interesting that it is going to be a new moon on Walpurgis Night, which is the first full day that William and Kate, the royal couple, will be married. And their second day is May Day. Now, doesn't that fit some interesting patterns? I'm not even going to go into some of that because it's a game. It's a joke. And, I mentioned earlier the debt tsunami. The problem is that with this debt tsunami coming, when a tsunami hits, the water comes back from the shoreline and exposes all the shells. Thank you to Alex Jones for the analogy. It exposes all the shells, and as the people go out to get the shells, they're exposed to this incoming wave of debt. Just like if you don't realize what's happening and you go look out at the shells, all of a sudden the water starts rising and you're being crushed under the fall of the water. So, going and hunting for cowrie shells when the debt tsunami is coming in is asinine. Get out of the stock market. Get out of whatever you can get out of. Get gold and get silver. I just want to say to anyone who is helping in Fukushima, pray for them. We wish you the best of luck in succeeding over there, and you need to be given the right information, the right equipment, and everything else, and you're not getting it. And it is a crime against all of humanity, and people will be held accountable for this. If this is not fixed, at the end of the Chernobyl thing, they put up the monument. Well, it's not over yet, but there's a monument that says, for those who saved the world. Where are the people who are saving the world this time? No one is saving the world right now. And you people with Greenpeace and environmental groups and whatever, get off your asses and do something. Yes, people are going to die in trying to fix this. To the people that are working there, I have nothing but praise for you. But the people who are not giving you the right equipment to be able to actually do what needs to be done, you people are murderers. And again, I'm just going to say that the parallels to Fukushima, to Chernobyl, need to be investigated. And, again, who will save the world this time?